What is up, everybody? So I found a video on the Wisconsin Law Journal YouTube channel. It is an interview with Ken Kratz from April of 2023. It is him talking about convicting a murderer, the upcoming rebuttal to Making a Murderer that is going to air sometime this summer on Daily Wire Plus. Now, I just did a video previously about the other interview they have on the channel as well with Ken Kratz. I had not seen anything really new with Ken Kratz at all, and I had not seen these interviews at all. Maybe I just missed them, but judging by the amount of views both of these videos have, one of them has 1,000, the other one has 962 as of me doing this video, so I haven't seen anybody talking about it. So I wanted to do a little review of this interview as well and tell you exactly everything he says about convicting a murderer. The original video is linked in the description below, so you can go have a view for yourself and see Ken Kratz talk about it in his own words. Now, Ken Kratz starts out by talking about how Convicting a Murderer is going to be a 10-part series, kind of like Making a Murderer Season 1 and 2. He states that Making a Murderer had 20 hours to call cops, criminals, and to badmouth the state. He states, finally, the general public will get to see the real evidence that was presented during the trial and get to know why the defense theory of planting evidence is wrong. Said he hasn't seen the series yet, but he will be able to view it before it comes out. He understands it to be a good rebuttal, talks about how Candace Owens is going to be hosting it, and states that she has a reputation to be a hard-hitting, investigating journalist. He states that Candace Owens is passionate about finding the truth. He says it's time that the truth finally comes out. He says people will see how Making a Murderer spliced together testimony from court transcripts and how they edited clips to fit their narrative. He states by the end of it, it will be clear to everybody that Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey are guilty. Now let's talk about how he states that they edited clips to tell their narrative. I'm sure they did. Every documentary that's ever made has a narrative, and they're telling a story. So of course they're going to edit things so they can tell their story. You're trying to tell me that Convicting a Murderer, the people behind Convicting a Murderer, Sean Breck, Candace Owens, whoever is in charge of putting this together, isn't going to cut clips to also push their narrative of what they think is the truth? They are absolutely going to cut and splice things just like Making a Murderer did to show their narrative. Everybody has a motive behind making everything they make. The people behind Making a Murderer believe he's innocent and wanted to show that in the best way possible. The people behind Convicting a Murderer believe he's guilty and are going to show that in the best way they can. So it's absolutely going to be a narrative-driven documentary towards the guilt of Brendan Dassey and Steven Avery. For Ken Kratz or anybody else to say otherwise is absolutely bonkers. That's right, bonkers. Now go click the link in the description below. Go have a watch. You can hear Ken Kratz state all of that directly. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.